Okay, welcome back. I'm going to do another nickel hunt. This time we're going for the machine rolled. Sometimes you get a little better luck with these. It depends, but we're going to try that. I'm going to pause the video and get these opened up. Okay, got those opened up. Let's see if I see anything odd going on here. I'll put that up there. That looks a little odd. A quick review, nothing. No buffaloes, no, what are they, the Liberty V-nickels, the V-nickels. That'd be nice, got a whole roll of V-nickels. Alright, so we're going to go right to the microscope and start off with this Lewis and Clark. Let me get to my camera view. Oh, very dirty. Let's see what's going on. 04 Philly. This just looks like a ratty 04 Philly. Alright, and again we're gonna, anything we have of interest we're gonna put up here. So let's keep moving on. 64. Very worn. Very common with 64s. 01 Philly. Little machine doubling, or nick on the mint mark. Nothing going on. Same as the reverse. 05 Philly. Let's see what's going on here. Buffalo. Alright, what do we got? Nothing going on. '16 Philly. Nothing there. Moving on. 15 Denver. Ratty. Nothing there. I'll just sit it on the back first. We have a small beehive working up there on the left of the building. Very minor. Again, it's not something we're gonna get excited about, but that's what you want to look for. And we have a 24. That's what I'm talking about. 24 is a low vintage nickel. This is in really good shape too. That's the first good coin of the day. And being it has evidence of a early beehive trying to squeeze out next to the building. It puts this one in another, if it was a large beehive cud or die crack, this coin would be really worth something. It's in nice shape. Again, it's a 24 low vintage Jefferson nickel. That's a keeper. That puts you right there. Well, get the coins rolled, machine rolled. You never know what you get. 16 Philly. Nothing there. 85 Philly. Computer's binging and bonging. Let's see. Nothing there. That made my day. 24. Don't see many. It's a low vintage. What's going on here? So you got that grease, structure grease issues. Um, it doesn't really draw a premium. Has to be very severe. I'm gonna put that one back to back. 21 Denver. Don't look again at this one. The O and O look a little strange. Nothing going on. 73. 73 Philly. Nothing going on. 18 Philly. Nothing going on. 87 Denver. It's circulated where? 2013 Philly. Yeah. 05 Philly. Let's see. Buffalo? Yep. Nothing going on. Oh, was that a scratch on a hip? Oh, yeah. 97 Denver. Nothing going on. 2020 Philly. Nothing going on. 96 Philly. Okay, nothing going on there. '23 Philly. Nothing going on. 82 Philly. Nothing going on. 75 Denver. I don't think that's a crack. Let's just check that. Looks like a gouge. Yeah, that's a gouge. I'll give it one more look. It's right below the... Yeah, that's a gouge. And 2020 Golden Tone. These are interesting. So it's got a weak cladding, and the copper's kind of bleeding through. There's really no value that I've seen, unless it's missing the cladding altogether. But, what we're going to do is we're just going to put this one aside. It's for weak cladding, a golden tone. 73. You have it here too, so it's not, it's not uncommon. It's, the coin looks really nice. Put it aside. That's just me. Is it worth anything? I doubt it. 2018. But I'll take another look at it. 91. Bing. Computer's banging away. 98. Philly. Real mess. 64. Denver. 59. Denver. Nothing going on. Nice, it had a nice cracked planchette. Yeah, it only holds 20. $94. Philly. Nothing going on. 95 Philly. And there. 15 Denver. Very ratty looking. Nothing going on. 64 Philly. Nothing going on. 22 Philly. Going on. 05 Philly. Going on. 22 Philly. Going on. 2020 Philly. Going on. Look at the front. 80 Philly. Heavy circulation damage. And where? Going on. Get these out of the way. 17 Philly. Nothing going on. This is the last one. Oh, that first roll. 77. Let's just check. Yep, that's it. I'm going to pause to, well, these we can't roll. We destroyed the wrapper. Let me pause. Okay, we have some wrappers. This one going. Seal it up. Back to the bank. Alright, back to it. 22 Philly. 08 Philly. 22. This is another gold one. There's nothing there. You see enough of them. So 81 1. 1819 Denver. Ratty. 1990 Philly, a little off center. Could be a Cud. I'm gonna say it is or not. Let's say it's not. Pretend we never saw it. It wouldn't be there. It would be on the other side of that collar. But then again, who knows for sure? I'll let that one go. 1819 Philly. And nickels can be born. Let's see if I find something good. 02 Philly. 06. 18 Philly. Doing nickels, I'm thinking about the pennies going away. I wish they would just do something like make them out of steel. Have robots make them. Fire everybody in a penny plant. Make them out of steel with robots. Alright? We'll get that cost down. And the cost is too high because of the copper, plating, and the fact you have to plate it. The zinc penny that's plated. Then you have the minting process, with people running machines. Just automate it. Automate everything. Machines don't get pensions, right? And make them out of steel. Material will be very inexpensive. And move on. At 26 would be a steel cent. We did it in 43. I don't understand that. You could say make them out of aluminum. I think aluminum's worth more than steel. And it's kind of cheesy, Now they won't rust, but hey, it doesn't matter, aluminum or steel. Or make them out of solid zinc. I don't know why they're just dropping it all together. What do you think? If you agree or have a comment, let me know in the comments below. I don't know. It just seems odd. With the history of the penny being around, 200 years? I don't know. Or more. And not the Lincoln cent, but it's a penny. You got to make a penny. Everything's not rounded up to 5 in the real world. And if it's a cost factor, then lower the costs. Make them out of steel. Make them out of plastic. Make them in China out of plastic. How's that? You can find errors. It'd be too easy to, make fake errors. Make them out of steel. You can't tell me a penny-sized piece of steel pressed by machines, running machines, robots running it, it's going to cost more than a penny to produce. And sell them by the bags. Just don't put them in rolls. The cost of rolling them is an issue. Just do 500 bag counts. That's it. That's a mint. Just 500 bag counts. And distribute them that way. I really don't understand. They talk about the cost. There are ways you can lower that cost. And speaking of cost, the nickel costs 8 cents to make, right? So what's next? You're going to get rid of the nickel? I guess so. So it's flattened out. Say the dime, they're making money making a dime. Well, So clearly it's a material cost. The copper and the plated, nickel plating or the zinc with copper plating. Um, Lower the value of the metal, the cost. That's just my thought on it. And, it's not like you say, oh, we can't make steel sands. Well, we did back in 1943, and it was pretty successful. Yeah, I'm flapping my gums. Back to the nickels. 22. That's a clean looking coin. There's a cheek damage. With all kinds of coins you hunt, if you find something that looks really clean, that would get a, a good, rating, like a AU or, a high, very fine or mint state rating, look it over real good. And just for, if you do see any minor errors, it would just bring a, you know, give it value, put it that way. 89 Denver. Not that every coin shouldn't be looked at, but sometimes minor errors will actually boost the value of a mint state coin. Well, it definitely would boost the value, even if it's a minor error. Hey, if it's a major error, like offset strike, double die, that's different. Even then, if it's a mint state coin, yeah. It's always a possibility. 14 Philly. One Philly. Alright. 21. Like this is a good example. This 21. I would say it's AU. But it's a very good high grade. And if there happens to be any kind of error with it, right away this nick on the back throws all of that out the window. But if it had a nice beehive on it or doubling in the letters, this one would bring a nice price, but it doesn't. So let that one go. 12. Kind of like a side note. 81p Philly. So nickels can be more. I went to a whole box of nickels, $100 box, and I said, never again. But here I am. Found a few. I like pennies. Pennies keep you busy. Varieties and stuff. 18. I guess we could all go on a 2024 hunt. So it's going to end up to be or Beehive Cud. This one looks like it's starting. Definitely starting to blow the top. It's not there. 2018. 76. And that'll do it for these 2 rolls. And we have our review coins here. Let's just check real quick. Here we have a 2020. It's got a serious nick on his eyebrow, but it's a gold tone, nice gold tone. There's no other mint errors. There's no mint errors actually. It's a PMD. So this coin though has interesting toning. You know, I mean, you could put them aside. You collect them and make sure they're of, you know, mint quality, mint state quality. Like this one's, I'd say it's an MS60. It's a AU, no doubt. But yeah, if you want to save them, I don't know. I might end up with a whole bunch. It's got, the more you look at it, the more damage there is. I'll let this one go. And then our prized possession is a 24 Philly. Pretty nice shape too. There's a reason why I'm saving these, and that could be, let's see, die crack. No, saving these because of the low mintage. And this 24 has actual miniature beehive working on the reverse. Right here. Side of the building. That's where the beehive die breaks, the cuds pop up. It's got full stairs. It's actually, this coin's a nice clean strike. Again, a low vintage 24. Keep an eye out for that. I'm going to put this one right into a sleeve and set it aside. So we're going to go. $24. I say beehive. That's more of a unicorn beehive, but it's there. I'll call it a beehive. Alright. I'm going to put this on the side. We're going to shoot it up on eBay, see what we get. I don't hold, you know, high expectations for any of this stuff, but definitely one worth putting aside. Let's go back to my channel here. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit me up, give me a like, subscribe. And I'm not going to stop there. I got a bunch more of these rolls to do. I got to kind of mix them up. But I like the machine rolled. If you can go to the bank and say, give me a box of nickels, you know, if they're machine rolled, you got a good chance of hitting on the 24s. You could probably do it with the you know, customer rolled stuff. But I think you get a better chance with the machine roll, as well as getting other coins like, you know, the war nickels and all that. Because the machines, they have no bias. They just roll them up. Yeah, and if you like the video, hit me down below. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.